could use. Is there? I feel like you could be louder.
move into Eila Eskara and Yizkor. It's a more meditative time. It's a time where if you're fasting, we start to feel the effects of that. And I invite you, as your body maybe starts to transform and be in a place where it's not used to, see if that affects your spirit and your soul. I'm going to start with some music. See where it takes you. We're about to enter into our Yizkor service. Here at Bet Havarim, we couple it with Eila Eskara, a midrash that says, "These I remember." So first, some words about Yizkor. Yizkor, of course, is our memorial service. It's our chance as a community and as individuals to bring forward the names and the memories of the people who came before us, on whose shoulders we stand. In their memory, we raise up the values and the ethics that they taught us. It's a custom to give tzedakah, to give help to the poor, in memory of those who we remember during Yizkor. And so that, to me, is our link to Eila Eskara. If you are first hearing about it, sometimes it's called martyrology. We remember 10 martyrs consumed by the Roman Empire, 10 teachers who brought up disciples amongst the Jewish people during the Roman Empire and whose loss is incalculable. There is a teaching that's a little hard for us, maybe, or perhaps it isn't, but you take it as you hear it. And if you remember from the story of Joseph, Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery because they were jealous of him. Whether or not he deserved it is another conversation, but it's those souls, the souls of the 10 brothers who did something so horrific that have moved through history and came out as the 10 martyrs. In other words, that they had suffered, these teachers, because the actions of Joseph's brothers reverberate through time. Again, not so easy to take in, but what if we turn it on its head and say, wow, it's amazing that actions that happened generations ago can still reverberate. I think that's true. So the question is, what do we take from our ancestors? And what do we bring forward of their lives and their values? And if 10 generations from now, somebody was raising up something from us, a value, an ethic, a moral that we lived by, do we know what it will be? Part of what we'll do during Eila Eskara is not just raise up the names traditionally of the 10 martyrs, but also the stories of those of lots of different ethnicities and people and identities who also suffer. Like Julie and Linda Fishman have reminded us through the Daffodil Project, when we remember our martyrs, the best memory that we can, the best action we can take around their memory is to take care of others and make sure others don't suffer the fate that our people have. And so you'll hear different voices throughout the service raising up those stories as well. We're going to begin in our Machzor on page 900.
ונפשי עלי אשבחה.
Eila Eskara v'nafshi alai eshbecha. These I remember and pour out my soul. We walk the world of slaughter, stumbling and falling in wreckage, surrounded by the fear of death, and eyes which gaze at us in silence, the eyes of other martyred Jews, of hunted, harried, persecuted souls who never had a chance, who've huddled all together in a corner and press each other closer and quake. For here it was the sharpened axes found them, and they have come to take another look at the stark terror of their savage death. Their staring eyes all ask the ancient question, why? Eila Eskara, these I remember, these I call to memory late in the long day, ancestors stilled by tyrants, murdered by mobs. The 10 martyrs, the 10 Torah scholars murdered by the emperor of Rome. Shimon ben Gamliel, beheaded for daring to teach Torah. Rabbi Yishmael, the high priest, flayed alive. Rabbi Akiva, flesh torn with iron combs. Hanina ben Tradion, burned alive with his Torah scroll. Chutzpit, the interpreter, begging to say the Shema one more day. Yeshevav, the scribe, urging his students to love one another before he was murdered.
ונפשי עלי אשפך.
I will continue to say murder because where in this planet do you tell the truth and you be honest and you still be murdered by the police of Minnesota? The system continues to fail Black people, and it will continue to fail you all. Like I said, because this happened with Philando, when they get done with us, they are coming for you and you, for you. Y'all are next, and you will be standing up here fighting for justice, just as well as I am. My son loved this state. He had one tattoo on his body, and it was of the Twin Cities. My son loved this city, and this city killed my son. Damn, what is it going to take? I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am. My firstborn son died right here in Minnesota.
ונפשי עלי אשפך.
Ela Eskera, these I remember, martyrs of medieval Europe, told, convert or die, many choosing death. Jews of the Rhineland murdered by Crusader hordes, Jews of Provence burned for a blood libel, Jews of Sepharad, of Spain and Portugal, Jews who fled, converted by force, remaining secretly faithful to Torah. Great congregations of Sepharad destroyed, Seville, Cordoba, Cadiz, Barcelona, Granada, Malaga, Toledo. A civilization of great poetry and science, philosophy and medicine, scattered to the four corners of the earth. No voice rose to speak for them. None came to their aid.
ונפשי עלי אשפך.
Anyone who has ever spent time in an ICE detention center knows that the medical care is inadequate. The mental health care is non-existent. The conditions are inhumane. It's the most horrible feeling from the moment that they chain you up from your feet and hands. I am treated like a criminal. To whoever receives this, I am letting you know that I am very sick and they don't want to care for me. I only need medical attention. Some of us agreed to deportation because we're afraid of just dying in a detention facility. I would never wish this place on anyone.
ונפשי עלי אשפך.
Ele Ezkero, these I remember. Die Juden von Meere Europa, Jews of Eastern Europe, killed in pogroms von Kishinev, von Odessa, Proskorov, the slaughter of children, 6 million, and 6 million more. in nameless graves, burned to cinders, ground to dust. Vus, what can one say in the presence of burning children while the entire world watched? Ele Yizkor, these I remember.
ונפשי עלי אשפכה.
Habib, there are some things you will understand later, but for now you must listen. You are Rahijan. Never forget that. But you must never again say this word when you are with people from other ethnic groups, even your best friend. He squeezes my arm and shakes it until I look him right in the eye. Never. Do you understand? Yes, Dad. You can say you're Muslim, but if you say that you are Rahijan, they will lock you away and then kill you. We have to all stick together, even if it costs us the last kinyan of our savings. The authorities want one or two things: to eliminate us or to strip us bare. I asked my father, Dad, can we go and see Grandma? No, Habib, we're not allowed to leave this village. But why are my friends allowed to leave? Your friends are not Muslims, Habib.
ונפשי עלי אשפכה.
This is from Yiddish poet Binnam Heller. Perhaps part of the blame falls on me, because I kept silent, uttered no cry. Fear froze my heart and confused my mind, and I did not resist the lie. My clear voice was choked and dumb, and I allowed them without protest to outrage and violate what was dearest to me, holiest. Cowardice came down and walked the earth. We hid our true feelings one from another. We did not hear the cry of a friend, and our own cry we often had to smother. Black suspicion, like the plague, murdered faith and left hearts cold. Courage was branded treason. Betrayal was called heroic, bold. The courts were ordered what verdicts to give. Trials were secret, the results never in doubt. Light hung its head in shame, waiting that at least one person should cry out, "No!" But no one cried. Before forming the word could articulate, his head was broken, his tongue torn out. Only one thing was left: the patience to wait. To wait that justice might prevail one day. Perhaps that was part of my blame, that I kept silent, did not speak, as though I had nothing to say.
ונפשי עלי אשפכה.
When I was 9, I looked at myself in the mirror and I couldn't understand why I didn't have a girl's body. I identified with my 5 sisters. I wore my mother's clothes when I spent time with them. When my father saw me like this, he beat me so hard with a stick that I fainted, blood pouring out of my ears. And another time, he stabbed me in the arm. I still have the scar. When I was older, I was at home when I heard shouting. I knew men were coming to kill me. I jumped from the balcony and ran away. I didn't take anything. I arrived at the airport at 3 a.m. and was in Istanbul before dawn. In Turkey, I felt inspired by the freedom that LGBTIQ+ community enjoyed. They gave me hope that I could be the woman I am. Still, in wider society, I faced the same discrimination and hate that I had faced in Lebanon. I'm not sure where I will wind up. For now, I have a new family, the LGBTIQ+ community. It's not just my community and my family, though. It's my life, and it's a symbol of my identity. And I know one thing for sure. We are all born equal, and we all deserve to be treated that way.
ונפשי עלי אשבחה.
Ela Eskara, these I remember. I cannot forget the rare kind face, the furtive hand extended in help. I cannot forget those who risked their lives to save one single Jew. I cannot forget the righteous Gentiles who spoke up for us, went to the camps with us. Never again while a silent world watches. I may not stand by while my neighbor bleeds. I may not stand by while my sister is hunted and hurt. I may not stand by while my brother is starving. I may not stand by while anyone is made homeless. I may not stand by while there is injustice. Never again. Ela Eskara v'nafshi alai ashbecha. These I remember, and I pour out my soul within me.
Ela Eskara, ונפשי עלי אשבחה.
Shifchi kamayim libech. Pour out your heart like water and remember. Remember.
Shifchi kamayim libech. Shifchi kamayim libech. And pour out your heart like water. Pour out your heart. And remember, and remember, Shifchi kamayim libech. Shifchi kamayim libech. And pour out your heart like water. Pour out your heart. And remember,
Turn to page 1032. In memory of our martyrs, in memory of those whom we have lost of every identity, ethnicity, and nation, I invite you to rise in body or spirit for Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam ul olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha, barichu, le'ela, le'ela, mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru, amen. Zecher tzadik livracha, may all of the world's righteous, may their memory be for a blessing. And we say amen. You may be seated.
My friend Charlie Murphy was an openly gay folk singer in the 80s, writing songs and bringing attention to the AIDS epidemic. In the 90s and 2000s, he was a champion of young people across the world. He died in 2016 of ALS. He was my friend, my mentor, my teacher. And I want to tell you that he shows up for me still. He weaves in and out of my consciousness, of my heart, and he shows up when spirit and justice and creativity are possible. We're about to sing a song written by the recently late Sinead O'Connor. The first time I heard this song was with a group. We learned it as a group to sing at Charlie's life celebration 6 months before he died. And the second time I heard it was a month ago, a week before I was to come here in this community. And when I heard it again, I thought, he's showing up for CBH. This is a place that would have lit him up like nothing else. So we offer this song to you in the spirit of Charlie Murphy, who knows that creativity and justice and heart and spirit deserve one another. And a reminder that even with people who are physically not in our lives anymore, that they often are here, they often show up, they often remind us of ourselves. In this heart lies for you a lark born only for you, who sings only to you, my love, my love, my love. I am waiting for you, for
These things I know, how the living go on living, and how the dead go on living with them, so that in a forest, even a dead tree casts a shadow, and the leaves fall one by one. And the branches break in the wind, and the bark peels off slowly, and the trunk cracks, and the rain seeps in through the cracks, and the trunk falls to the ground, and the moss covers it. And in the spring, the rabbits find it and build their nest inside and have their young, and their young will live safely inside the dead tree, so that nothing is wasted in nature or in love.
Page 1007. As we enter Yizkor.
Adonai ma'adam v'teda'ehu ben enosh v'techashvehu Adam lahevel dama yamav kitzelo uver baboker yatzitz v'chalav לערב ימולל ויבש תשב אנוש עוד דקה ותאמר שובו והנה עודו.
Rebecca reminded me of a teaching, a Hasidic teaching, part of this idea that letters, the Hebrew letters, are not just letters like in any alphabet. That actually, like Paul said last night, the letters were rearranged to create worlds. And in fact, the Kabbalists say that you can mix and match and you can do your own conjuring with letters. I don't recommend doing it right now. Maybe after Chag, you can try and create something with some Hebrew letters. There are teachings about even when the martyrs were burnt with the scroll, the Torah scroll, that the letters of the Torah rose up to heaven. We have a beautiful ritual in this community, and we wrote you about this, so you might know this already. A ritual of saying every name out loud that is in our Yizkor book. And we are so grateful for our amazing staff for putting this book together. 700 names we're up to. With more joy comes more finitude, the more possibility that the joy doesn't last and we have more people to remember. And so, as we said in our email, we're going to create a different kind of ritual, one that we think is really powerful, in which all of the names of our loved ones are going to be spoken, but they're not going to be spoken linearly. Because very often life isn't lived linearly. Life is lived as a tapestry in which our ancestors' souls are woven into us, and who knows who comes after us. We are threads in their fabric. And so as this beautiful ritual that Rebecca and others will offer you washes over you, feel just that. Feel the names wash over you. Don't try and pick out a particular name. Can't promise you that you'll hear it. We will have time afterwards if you want to say your names out loud. Of course, that space will be there. But think about the infinity that's made up from these finite lives, the souls that are infinite, that course through us and around us, and that make us who we are, and make the world what it is because we were in it. We continue with Yizkor.
Melvin Aben,
Lori Bryan,
Julie
Barbara
Susan
Chain,
Serge Chaim,
Weinstein Chain,
David
Mitchell, Howard Chain,
Alan
Sheila
Gundersheimer,
Teratu,
Davis,
Lenora
Mark
Lapidus,
DeWolf,
Henry Adler,
Billy Blue,
Vida Leo
Helen
Brown,
Marie Rose
Weinstein,
Adler,
Irene Brown,
Rachel
Lorna
Cohen
William Brown,
Davis,
Robert Albert,
Lalonde Bernard
Testayer,
Ramon Andujar,
Miriam
Andujar,
Mary
Kaufman
Bloom,
Friedman,
Pearl Arkell,
Marshall
Adelbert
Aileen
David
Sosa,
Jack
Friedman,
David
Arkell,
Bloom,
John
Stanislawa,
Esther
Cohen,
Schrage,
and Johanna
Golda
Russell,
Brenna
Alfred Schrage,
Cohen,
Piotr
Josephine
Fire,
Cohen,
Dotsie
Linda
Cohen,
Arlene
Fire.
Evans,
Phyllis
Harry Cohen,
Stone,
James
Fire.
William
Lucy
Monahan,
Leon
Rose
Stone,
Kepek,
David Shapiro,
David
Eugene
Cohen,
Kepek,
Carl Shapiro,
Jack
Rose
Quigley,
Fire,
Cole,
Hannah
Minna
Goloveski,
Masarsky,
Nathan
Howard
Cole,
Dave
Davis,
Goloveski,
Sowell,
Marvin
Paul
Cole,
Auerbach,
Mildred Hausman,
Judy
Auerbach,
Cole,
Andy Packman,
Eugene Auerbach,
Aaron
Friedman,
Reckelman,
Oscar
Anne
Arturo
Betcha
Barrios,
Reckelman,
Celia Epstein,
Marshall
Eric
Dole,
Reckelman,
Rebecca
Elsa
Fleischman,
Harry Gatlin,
Fred
Barbara
Fleischman,
Senior.
Mildred Gatlin,
Rich
Jerome
Goydell, and
Friedman,
many
Phyllis
friends,
Cotler,
family,
Ira
Gertrude
Streichel,
Ian
Cotlier,
Sir
Alan Thornton,
William
Howard Harris.
Cotlier,
never forget
Eleanor
Donna
Hilda
Cotlier,
Nathan,
all troops and the
Jack
victims
Paul
killed
Francine
in any war,
Setcher.
Andrew
anywhere,
Miller,
Eleanor
ever.
Schwartz,
Guaran
Milton
and
Miller.
Our
Conwell Rose,
ancestors from the
Lewis,
Asherman,
Regina
Ida
Miller,
Jack Sosa,
Jerry
Kelsey,
Feinta,
Ruth
Kelso
Kennedy,
Peterson,
Shore
Finn,
family,
Sidell
Lee
Peterson,
Natalie
Leonard
Harris,
Gertie
Ray
Peterson,
Lois
David
Birch,
Jeanette
Corfin,
Joe
Dorothy
Peterson
and Leonard
Hoffman,
Brock,
Martin
Jack
Harrison,
and
Francis
Mary Jo
Brown,
Shackelford,
Irvin Israel,
Tommy Peterson,
Furman, Gary
Herb
Weitzel,
Diamond,
Sissy Toronto,
Ben Drew,
Herb Mendel,
Marion Drew,
Sharon Lichenthal,
Phyllis
Jared
Landers,
Mendel,
Richard
Beth
Bergman,
Ann Budakant,
Mary, Merrill Agdahl, Marcia Bidgood.
With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go to totally be. I remember to totally be. I remember with a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go to totally be. I remember to totally be. I remember.
Estelle Glasser,
Barbara Saffron,
Renee Cagle,
Reuben
David
Glasser,
Saffron,
Richard Cagle,
Bill
Bob
Wagstaff,
Goldman,
Amy Levy,
Warren Sanford
Alan
Lee,
and
Patricia
beloved
Lee,
husband
Albert
of Carolyn
Remember
Levant
by
Lee,
all
Herbert
loved
and
them.
Hazel
Augusta
Park,
Levant,
Bert
mother
Young,
of
Zelda
Carolyn
and
Levant,
Samuel Berman,
Louis
Dan
Levant,
Christina Young,
father
Sadie and
of
Lewis
Carolyn
Clark,
Levant,
Charlie Murphy,
Belle and
Arthur
Jake
Lee,
Rosenfeld,
Laura
Adele
Burrell,
Jerry
Helberman,
Berman,
Richard
Elliot
Levin,
Kornhauser,
Senior,
Fred Kornhauser,
Harold B. Levin,
Gail
Wilma
Smith,
Curtis
Kornhauser,
Smith,
Jacob Marcus,
Zachary
George
Burrell,
and
Fanny
Alice Nash,
Marcus,
co-house,
Max Goldsmith,
Monroe
Jules
Kreslowski,
and Minnie
Alice
Brenner,
Goldsmith,
Gertrude Marcus
Ruth and
Kreslowski,
Jack Mandel,
Joan Betterman,
Sidell and Max Levine,
Faye Amato,
Howard Rose,
Delia
Deborah
Knighton,
Gale, Chriselle Cannon,
Harriet
beloved
Levant
sister and aunt,
Simon,
Anita Miles,
David
Gary
Pinn,
Klatsky,
beloved father and grandfather,
Louis Levy,
Mario Cooperman,
Sam and Anna Levy,
Raquel Braverman,
Samuel
Ella
A.
and
Lillian
Jacob Raven,
Kupferberg,
Sylvia Double
Molly
Gross,
and Larry
Emmanuel
Gapis,
Kupferberg,
Marilyn Berman,
Joseph
Pauline
Mitchell,
Kunitz,
Rebecca Dannon Heder,
Rebecca
Max
Mitchell,
Raven,
Julio Levy,
Sam Raven,
Friedland,
Ken
Jaime
Coney
Raven,
Hamblin,
Lena Friedland
Lanny
Katz,
Lesser,
Loran
Eli
Samuel
Lesser,
Bear,
Rose
Karen
Lesser,
Hilsenrad,
Della Bear,
Hugh
Dave
Lloyd
Wasserman,
Kupferberg,
Barbara
Mayor
Mayor
Wasserman,
Mitchell,
Neil Wasserman,
Leo
June
Heimowitz,
and Dick
Alan
Slavin,
Wasserman,
Michael Heimowitz,
Rita and
Stephen
Lee Langer,
Wasserman,
Danielle Heimowitz,
Stephen
Guy
Rusty,
and Irene
Mitchell
Matelli,
Greenbaum,
Audrey
Ralph
Erdman,
and Marguerite
Rotel,
DeAngelis,
Stephen Weinreb,
Joseph
Sanford
Beckman,
Leach,
H. Kirk
Beverly
Faye
Lewis,
Leach,
Jordan,
Leo
Lois
R.
Lillian
French,
Katsowich,
Leslie
Edwin
J.
Wise.
Levy.
Josephine
Oren
Wayman
J.
Burson.
Levy.
Elizabeth Leary.
Elise
Esther
Goodman
Mendelson.
Lewis.
Frida Malachnik.
With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you know the totally be. I remember the totally be. I remember with a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go. The totally be. I remember the totally be. I remember.
Adele Norton,
Sally Baines,
Ben
Susan
Iskra,
Kellerman,
Riva Iskra,
Kimmelin,
Michael
Major
Offenham,
Cousins, lost in the
Joseph
Holocaust,
Oliver,
Harry Slomowitz.
Jerry
Emma May
McIntyre,
Rich.
Lillian
John
Esiason,
Julian
Minnie
McWilliams,
Fred
Amelia
Neusner,
Burson.
Dave
Hi,
Schwartz,
Saul
Frida
Ashra,
Hannah Burson,
Eleanor
Gerson.
Schlissel,
Florence
Ashra,
Weissman,
Bernard Gerson.
Elliot
Sam
Morton,
Weissman,
Joshua
Esiason,
Robinson.
Avon
beloved
Myers,
aunts,
Estelle
uncles,
Robinson.
Bernard
cousins,
Miller,
and
Arnold
grandparents
Schleifer.
Alice
of
Miller,
Margie
Saul,
and Steve
Solly,
Ashra,
Rebecca
Anderson,
Goldberg,
Dr. Steve Schwartz,
Jill Lazarus,
Betsy
Russell
King,
Root.
Madeline
Lance
Rabbi
Milsman,
Gerald Wolpe.
David Murray,
Hannah Yusuf,
Holly
Nadia
Amsterdam,
Samuel,
Esther
Marilyn
Michael
Berman,
Meyer H.
Mary
Richards.
Kay
Sandra
Howell,
Schwartz,
Nettie
Elka
Weiss
Urban,
Bernice Levine,
Norman
Annie
Braverman,
Weiss.
Carlene,
Rose Braverman,
Harlene Sampson,
Melanie
David
Irwin,
Weiss.
Adele
Charles
Orejas,
Prestwood,
Sadie
Jack
Mildred
Warren
Morrow,
Ogletree,
Minnie
Nathan
Roseman.
Lewis
Carrie
Morrow,
Elizabeth
Rabbi
Ogletree,
Michael
Pauline
Signer.
Morrow,
Scott
Eliza
Mary
Danielle
and
Signer.
Sherry
Isadore
Conter,
Angert,
Jason
Philip
Bathsheba
Brodsky,
and Morris Morrow,
Larry
David
Conter,
Rosenzweig.
Cheryl
Beverly
Bogrove,
Ethel
Conter,
Rosenzweig.
Ray
Luz
Perdona
Quintana,
Moe,
Peter,
Gilbert Lee.
Rodrigo
Irene
Quintana,
Brown,
Paula
Lee.
Rosen,
Henry,
and David
Menachem,
Green,
Joel
Miss
Rachelson.
Judy,
Jolly,
Helen,
Ruth Ravena,
Harold F.
Susan
Oscar
Needle,
Loftus,
Vera
Ravena,
Adams.
Ruth
Edward
B.
Carlo
Needle,
Dorothy
Vest,
Manovsky.
Robert
Anne
P.
Lorraine
Needle,
Berlin,
Miguel
Mason.
Evangelista.
Kimberly
Baruch
Williams,
Rabinowitz,
Rose
Mazer,
Fishman.
Rivka
Rita
Rabinowitz,
Picker,
Shirley,
Evan
Siegel,
Garfinkel.
Irving
Benjamin
Rich,
Picker,
Walter,
June
Siegel,
Ethel
Langbaum.
Stone,
Arthur,
Leo
Mazer,
Stone,
Jonathan,
Rothbaum.
George
Mazer,
H. Norton,
Sarah
Eleanor
Rothbaum.
Spieler,
Edward P.
Jack
Norton,
Rubin.
Duncan,
and
Early,
Gertrude
Ruth Rubin.
W.
Marion
Norton.
and Bert Sobelson. Henry and Fanny Sobelson.
With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go. It's totally me. I remember the totally me. I remember with a heart wide open. I hold you close and let you go. It's totally be. I remember. It's totally be. I remember.
Mildred Ansel,
Catherine Falcoff.
Carol
Herb
Shelley
Leeper.
Travers,
Harris
Annette
Nathan Miller.
Spiegel,
Joanne
Martin
Idleson.
Spiegel,
William Russell.
Estelle
Nancy
Birnbaum,
Spiegel,
Stephen
Glass.
Alterman.
Morty
Albert
Birnbaum,
Golda
Matthew
Schmidt.
Wallach.
Leonard
Peggy
Znaimer,
Sharon
Walter.
Schatzberg Hornby.
Erna
Sarah
Znaimer,
Sheffer.
Alan J. Rosenberg,
Edward
beloved
Znaimer,
father.
David Ottenberg.
Mary Victoria
Benjamin
Peter
Houser.
Weiner.
Sylvia Gross.
Rose
Ralph
Smoker,
Nancy L. Gray.
Zoltan
Sandra
Smith,
Sandra K.
Ottenberg.
Schwartzberg.
Carolyn
Robert
Spector,
Mary Elizabeth
Miriam
Witherspoon.
Dane.
Howard
Joel
Gross,
Schaefer,
Jack
Joseph
Witherspoon.
Versace
Bertha
Jr.
Leibowitz,
David
Estelle
Witherspoon.
Roses
Abraham
Versace.
Leibowitz,
John
Lillian Owen.
Witherspoon.
Hugo Staple,
Meyer
Marion
Elliott.
Stephen
Rosenberg.
Wax,
Harris
Dolores
Rothman.
Dolly
Berman.
Wax,
Frida
Philomena
White.
Barnhart.
Bernard
Jerry
Bernie
Emerald.
Wax,
Melvin
Judith Rosenberg.
Barnhart.
Milton
Hugo
Ratner,
Wolf, Linda Kern,
Marion Ratner,
Hattie Orell,
Jonathan Friedman,
Donald
Gail
Doris Singer,
Conroy,
Lucy Grantham,
Albert
Doris
Harold
Higgins
Kruger
Rosenthal,
Sherman,
Ruth Grossman,
Constance
Stuart K.
Rosenthal,
Ben
Danny
Faust,
Angela Sugar,
Christopher and
Bertha
Doreen
Deborah
and
Goodwin,
Alexander
Nathan
Zaslaw,
Sam and
Tom
Rebecca Lyons,
Rita
Zaslaw,
Salnick,
Geraldine
Rose,
Leonard,
Deborah
Sutton,
Weingarten,
Stamen,
Norman
Sydney
Markel,
Beverly
Stephen
Grossman,
Zier,
Gary
Pearl
Capola,
Nana
Stephen
Diamond,
Bach,
Art
Erwin
Prager,
Papa
Stuart
Diamond,
Simon,
Esther
Staff
Rexman,
Sylvia
Sergeant
Grossman,
Irving Ziffer,
Esther
Linda
Jack
Taylor,
Arthur
Turner,
DeFrancis,
Herbert
Rose
Taylor,
Sokoloff,
Uncle John,
Bob
Mike
David
Travis,
Flynn,
Schwartz,
Sam
The
Sokoloff,
Godfather,
Travis,
Michael
Adam
Mandel,
Shapiro,
Richard
Francis
Klaus,
Sokoloff,
David Mandel,
Marilyn
Molly
Tchaikovsky
Catherine
Lefton,
Reed,
Ernie
Dr.
Larkin,
Rachel
Shore,
Polly
Dinovan
Sokoloff,
Leonard Tukolsky,
Gertrude
Leslie
Scher,
Wassman,
Francis
Rachel
Michael
Reeves,
William
Mae
Morey,
Meyer
Weinstein,
Edith Dubin,
Talachko,
Sam
Leon
Routman,
Weinstein,
Louis
Helen
Steuben,
Routman,
Jane
Jean
Richard
Galvin,
Routman, Reverend Dr.
Michael
James
Wolf,
Brewer
Marie
Calvert,
Galpin,
Senior
Rosalie
Pastor
Berman,
at First Baptist Church in
Adolph
Decatur.
Gapton.
With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go. But totally be, I remember. Totally be, I remember. With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you know. Totally be, I remember. Totally be, I remember.
We'll invite you now to share your own names, the names of your loved ones, if they're in the Yizkor book or not, if you remembered them before or not, and we'll just hold the space until all the names have been spoken.
With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go. But only be, I remember. But only be, I remember. With a heart wide open, I hold you close and let you go. But totally be, I remember. But totally be, I remember.
This moment offers opportunity for silence or for quiet prayer. You have in your Machzor on pages 1011 to 1026 a number of readings connected with different types of grief. The traditional prayers for Yizkor are found on 1027. Unfortunately, they do not include, include prayers for men and women. They do not include prayers for non-binary folks, but you should find in your Yizkor booklet an insert where you can remember a non-binary relative or friend, as well as a group prayer for all relatives and friends. Like I said, this is really your time. It's customary when we have these silent Yizkor prayers for us to rise, and so for those of you who want to, I'll invite you to rise in body or spirit, but really this is up to you. Take as much time as you need.
May you find comfort. May you find comfort. May you find comfort in love. May you find comfort. May you find comfort. May you find comfort in love. ינחם אתכם בתוך שער אבלי ציון ירושלים המקום ינחם אתכם ינחם 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 אתכם.
Turn to page 1028 and rise in body or spirit for El Malei Rachamim, our memorial prayer.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Hamseh Menucha Nechona, Tacha Kanvei Hashina, B'malot Kedoshim, U'Teorim Kezohar HaRakia, Mazirim Lenishmot Yakirenu K'tosheno Shalchu Leolam Anna Ba'al HaRachamim Hastirem B'tzel Knafecha Leolamim Utzror B'tzror Arayim Et Nishmatam Adonai Unagalatam V'yanuchu B'shalom Al Mishkavom V'nomar Amen.
El Malei Rachamim, God filled with mercy, dwelling in the heavens' heights, bring proper rest beneath the wings of your Shekhinah, amid the ranks of the holy and the pure, illuminating like the brilliance of the skies the souls of our beloved and our blameless, who went to their eternal place of rest. May you, who are the source of mercy, shelter them beneath your wings eternally. Bind their souls among the living, that they may always rest in their resting place in peace. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. Turn to page 1032. I invite you to rise in body or spirit for Kaddish Yatom, Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute, be'amlich malchute, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'vizman kari, v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh. V'yit hadar, v'yit alev, v'yit halal, shemei dekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael, ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel, Ru, Amen. Zecher Tzadik Livracha, the memory of our righteous ones is for a blessing. We say Amen. You may be seated. This is from Rilke's Book of Hours. Go to the limits of your longing. God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You, sent out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. Flare up like a flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is the country they call life. You will know it by its seriousness. Give me your hand. We are going to continue with Yikra Ani. It is, if you want, from Psalm 91 on pages 231 to 232. Or you can just feel this wild expanse of sound enveloping you, comforting you, and perhaps soothing you. Neila will start in about 5-10 minutes. We invite you to stay.